I go in with my fastest tackle, but she flips the ball over my ankle, runs down the other side of me, and traps the ball under her foot. I stare at her, half angry, half grinning. This is amazing. My sister is a natural soccer player. A wonderful thought hits me. We can do it together. We can improve our skills and impress the government and start a national team and win the hearts of Afghanistan all together. When the government sees how talented Bibi is, they'll change their minds about the girls playing soccer. They'll just have to. Penalty shot, says Bibi, her eyes gleaming. She hits back, hitches up her skirt, and runs at the ball, and boots it hard. The ball flies up the streets, and for a sickening moment, I think it's going to smash through Mr. Nasser's unbroken window. But it curves away from his house and sails all the way up the street, and it thumps into the door of our house. It is the most incredible kick that I have seen in my life. Wow, I whisper. And then our house explodes. A white flash lights up the whole village and half the desert. A roar of wind smashes into us and flings us both to the ground. I roll into Bibi and try and cover as much of her body with mine as I can while the air rips at us and stones rain down on us. People are screaming and running out of houses. Get off, yells Bibi. You're squashing my head. I roll over and peer down the street. Through the dust, our house is gone. Where it was is just a dark gap between the other houses. Rubble is where Dad used to park the taxi. I stare, speechless, ears ringing, trying to take it all in. My mouth is open and full of grit. It was a hard kick, but it wasn't that hard. Then I hear engines revving. 2 trucks are speeding away down the side street. Someone is pulling me and Bibi to our feet. It's Dad. His eyes are wide and he's breathing hard and staring at the trucks as well. Pigs, he hisses. Dad hardly ever uses bad language like that. Unlike most taxi drivers, he never swears at other drivers. That's really only one thing he ever swears about, and then I realize what has happened. The government has blown up our house. Dad carries me and Bibi down the steps into Yusuf's grandfather's cellar. A panic thought jabs into my bruised and numb brain. Where's Mum? I asked. Either my voice is still bomb-affected or Dad pretends not to hear. He puts us down and dashes around the cellar, grabbing our rucksacks. Dad, insists Bibi, her eyes wild and face streaked with dust. Where is Mum? Dad stops and takes a deep breath. He kneels next to us and puts his fingers over Bibi's lips. It's okay, he says softly. Mum wants us to go to the city, and she will meet us there tomorrow. We both stare at him. The city? Tomorrow? Why? Says Bibi, her voice wobbly with panic. What's she doing? Dad takes another deep breath. He looks like he's trying to think about what to say next. I'm starting to feel as panicked as Bibi. Mum wants me to take you somewhere safe, says Dad. We're going to a place in the city, and we'll see Mum there tomorrow. She'll be fine. Trust me. I do trust him. He's my dad. He never lies unless it's to protect people. If Mum's not okay, says Bibi in a fierce, wavering voice, I'll be really, really cross. Dad gives us a squeeze and glances up the cellar stairs. Yusuf, he calls. What's happening outside? Yusuf's crutches appear at the top of the steps. Then his head. Everyone's still out there, he said. The street is packed. I can hear them, people from all over the village, talking about the explosion and wondering where we are. Some people are yelling that they've found bits of us. People in the village have got a very vivid imagination. Yusuf's grandfather hurries down the steps. Taxi's not damaged, he says. Nobody's found it in the alley yet. Dad looks relieved. Well, not relieved exactly, but less grimmed. Okay, he said, time for us to go. At the back door, Dad embraces Yusuf's grandfather. Thank you, says Dad. God protect you all, said Yusuf's grandfather. Bibi is looking worried. I can I can see she's thinking that people don't usually say, God protect you, to people who are going to a safe place. I'm about to whisper to her that it's just a saying, and then I remember there's something else I have to do. I turn to Yusuf. This is a moment I've been dreading, but I have to do it. I hold out my soccer ball. This is yours now, I say. Yusuf shakes his head. Yes, I say, I took your ball and I got it blown up. Now it's only fair. Yusuf shakes his head again. Where you're going, he says, you'll need it. After tomorrow, we don't know where we're going, says Bibi. That's why you'll need it, says Yusuf. I put my arms around him. I've never done this to a kid before, who's not my sister, but it's the only way I can think of to say thank you. And if I try and talk, I'll cry. I'll miss you, says Yusuf. I nod, so he knows that I'll miss him just as much. Come on, says Dad. We creep out the back door. Thanks for the soccer, I call softly to Yusuf's grandfather, and he gives me a wave. Hope they have satellite TV wherever you're going, whispers Yusuf from the door. Thanks, I whisper. Shh, says Dad. The three of us scurry down the dark alleyway and I get into the taxi. Dad makes me and Bibi lie on the floor in the back. Jamal, says Bibi into my ear as Dad starts the engine. Why isn't Mum with us? I think about it. She's still got more school parents to warn, I whisper. Explain to them why our house was blown up and tell them to be careful and give the kids homework for while we're away. That sounds right. With ancestors like hers, Mum isn't going to let an exploding house put her off her duty. After tomorrow, whispers Bibi, we'll all stay together, won't we? I try not to think about the government wanting to kill us. Yes, I say, whatever happens, this family will always be together. We may not be in Manchester, but we will always be united. It sounds corny, but my heart is thumping, and that is how much I want it to be true. And in tomorrow's reading, we'll read a bit more about the journey that the family are about to embark on. Thank you for listening.